AfterBuzz TV, starting place to the likes of WWE female superstars Kathy Kelly, Sonya Deville, and Zelina Vega proudly presents Women's Wrestling Weekly, the world's first podcast and YouTube series dedicated exclusively to women's wrestling, featuring all the latest news as well as interviews with top superstars in the industry. And now, AfterBuzz TV's own gorgeous lady of wrestling, TK Trinidad.
Bonjour, everybody. It's TK Trinidad, a.k.a. the Canadian Assassin. We have America's Chocolate Sweetheart, Evan T. Mack in the house. You are watching Women's Wrestling Weekly, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
Yeah.
Period, point blank. That's how it is. Today we have an amazing show. Obviously, we're going to have WPW Star of the Week. We're also going to do some news stories, but, oh, that's me. Let's turn that off.
Yeah.
There we go. But we have nothing but, I was like, where's that sound coming from, Tony? It's me. We have nothing but amazing guests, and today is no exception. Obviously, you just saw her, sitting next to America's Chocolate Sweetheart. She is a model, singer,
okay.
mixed martial artist.
Okay.
We have former WWE superstar Zeda Zhang in the house.
Yo, what up?
Looking cute with the orange and everything.
Adorable.
I love it.
Looking like a dreamsicle.
There. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
It's always like another element when you have people come into the studio.
Yeah.
It's just like a whole different beast. As you guys saw last week with Taya and Johnny.
Fired up.
Wow.
On fire.
They just need their own show because I couldn't even
Yeah,
keep up with all that. Tony, let's hit that news real quick.
Oh man! So before I get into like the meat the
it's
news,
you too.
man, like what's going on? No, listen, yo, real. Girl, it was a long trip, man. Back home. No, like listen, last night's taping of Ring of Honor, Tenille Dashwood, she got hurt, injured her shoulder, and she's gonna be undergoing surgery, and also Liv Morgan got a concussion. So I just wanted to mention that, speedy recovery.
Yep.
Shout out to the ladies. Wrestling's tough. Injuries are part of the game, but it's still not, not good.
Liv did mention, I think on Twitter, that she is flying to Australia.
Mm-hmm.
So
She must be got cleared.
I mean, I wouldn't fly all the way to Australia, unless it's her first time. If she hasn't been to Australia, I understand why you go anyway. But she's been already. I wouldn't be flying all the way to Australia just to look at people work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh no.
So
that flight is real.
yeah. So
But
so we'll see.
All right, Tony, I'm going to get into this news, man. Jazz to defend the NWA Women's title at the 70th anniversary show. With that being said, I want to cue this clip. Yo, DJ, hit that track, please.
Fire.
You better tell my opponent to have her shit together, because I'm not laying down for nobody. I'm here to stay, and I'm here to tell the world and show the world why I am the baddest bitch. Why I'm known as the baddest bitch. And I will forever be the baddest bitch.
Damn. Oh my gosh.
Is that it?
I don't want no part of that.
Friend of the show. Yo. I watched that again today before the show started, the whole clip. It's only about 2:20, so if you haven't seen it, you need to go and see it.
Yeah.
Jazz is gonna be defending, or I mean,
No, you go do your thing, girl.
She announced it on her show because they had All In. They didn't include her in it, for whatever reasons. They announced it. She announced on her show that she is gonna be defending the championship, and it's gonna be October 21st, I believe it is.
Sounds about right.
So, wow.
Listen, Jazz, one of the things is Jazz, man. Jazz, she one of them scary sisters, man. One of them sisters, you don't want to get in trouble. If I was a kid, you know what I mean? I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in punishment over the Jazz, man. So, boy, go upstairs, I'll be there in a minute with the belt. I'll be like, nah, I'm sorry, whatever I did.
Oh, my gosh. I hope they pick somebody really great, because that's going to be an amazing match.
Yes, because she can still go. She can still wrestle. She still brings it. She still brings that intensity, and she shows why she's one of the best of all time.
Yeah, gangster. If you just want goosebumps, before you start a workout, that's what you need to listen to.
How about you? How about you and Jazz in the ring?
I'm so down for that. Bring it!
Yo, Jazz, what's up?
All right,
I'm so down.
All right, bring that bell, DJ. Oh, Nicole Matthews banned from USA for 5 years. There's a bone I want to pick with TK. Listen, see, this is something that these Canadians don't like talking about. I've been saying it for years. America's worried about the wrong borders.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been saying it for a long time.
my
There's
God.
a border that's above us where y'all stay creeping in illegally, and she is banned for 5 years. She's not having a work visa put in place. TK, explain yourself. You a Canadian. Why y'all trying to creep up into my country?
Well, first off, that is
Illegally.
fact. It is fact. There are a lot of Canadians who are here illegally.
You see?
Yeah, there are a lot of Canadians who are, but we blend in so well
Y'all do.
that you never really know. And then be like, oh, wait. And, and then a lot of people think that you don't need papers in order to be here, which you actually do. So with Nicole Matthews, I think this had to do with Mae Young, but it may also had to do with other promotions that she worked with where she didn't have her work papers. Wow. So not only does she get... she can't come in the country for 5 years, but whoever she was working with possibly gets fined as well because they're supposed to check on that.
Wow.
So, yeah. It's never good.
Man, who was doing their due diligence on this poor girl? You know what I mean? What was it?
It could have just been an immigration officer. It could have been a tax thing. It could have been either they paid her and they're through certain channels. I don't think somebody called on her. That'd be kind of shiesty. But it just could have been one of those things where somebody was just really doing their job that day.
Yeah.
They felt like doing their job, and you just got
Someone
caught.
was angry that day.
For real?
Well,
Someone peed in their Cheerios that day.
At the end of the day, rules are rules.
It's true.
Right? Because hypothetically, if she's not paying her taxes and she's collecting that money, then, that's not going into the system. So there's that element of it. There are people who don't have their papers that actually they still do pay into their taxes. That's a whole nother issue too.
Wow.
But I mean, if she did this knowingly, then girl.
Yeah, I'm thinking that she was just like, I'll be, you know what I mean? I'll be.
Yeah, but it's never good when you get caught.
Yeah, when I was hooping in Germany, like they were on it though. There,
You have to be.
Oh, they were like, yo, before you even Evan, you gotta get your visa.
Yeah.
And then you got to go through proper channels, and we all can get in trouble. I'm
Yeah.
like, cool. Let's take care
Because
of it.
there's nothing worse. Because literally she can't cross if she's going somewhere else and they go through the U.S. Because this happened to a friend of mine as well. They go through the U.S., she can't go through the U.S.
Wow.
Yeah.
She'll have to take another flight to go somewhere to get some. Like she can't go through the U.S. to go to China or Australia or wherever. She has to get another flight. There's no way.
It's incredible.
So it's not a good look. You don't want to mess with immigration. Once you're in the sights of immigration, you don't want to mess with them.
Don't get in them
Trust me.
crosshairs.
Yeah, don't do that.
And finally, Melina on potential match with Naomi, which I thought was pretty cool in an interview she had. She said she would.
I mean, we exchange hair issues together. Like I love Naomi. I mean, anybody against Naomi. I'm sure you can speak to this, Zeda. Once you're a great wrestler, no matter who you're up against, it's going to be a great match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because, like, for instance, you had Ruby Riott against, I believe it was Ronda Rousey.
Monday.
On Monday. I mean, Ronda is experienced in jiu-jitsu, MMA, stuff like that, but she's not quite there with wrestling. But that match still looked decent.
It did.
And that wasn't because of Ronda.
Yeah, because when someone knows how to lead and
Right.
make it work together, that's the magic.
Yeah.
That's what makes it look good.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
All right.
Boom.
That's it, DJ Tony.
You call him DJ Tony?
That's it for me. I'm working a couple things out. You know what I mean? I'm trying a couple things on for size. He ain't stopped me saying it yet, so I'm just gonna keep working it. You know what I mean, TK? Oh, I'm back, TK. You think I won't come back? I'm back, girl. Brother went on the PA real quick. You know what I mean? Make sure
Left me
everybody's
to my
I
lonesome
was
with
like,
Johnny and Taya.
I'm like, I'm out, girl.
Johnny by himself. Jesus. Thank God Ty was there. Because
Girl, I had to fly home. To get some
wow,
of that
it was
good
crazy.
cook.
All right, we have something in common. It's not a good thing, but it's like we can bond over this.
All
Like if
right.
we ever get drunk and we just talking
Wow.
and we dishing on dudes,
Oh, snap.
we can talk.
Man,
I mean-
I'm about to step out. Let me go step out real quick.
You had mentioned that your boy or your ex-boyfriend broke up with you right before your birthday, or was it on your birthday?
Yeah, it was
Gangster.
right before my birthday.
My
21st birthday.
Gangster.
My ex broke up with me before my birthday.
You-
Assholes, right?
That's good. 'Cause
Assholes.
Listen,
Assholes.
but before y'all just delve
I hope
into,
you're watching this.
into the man hating.
Look where we at now, man.
No, I'm curious.
What you doing?
Do y'all think that it literally was a coincidence, or do you really think like a man's just totally oblivious to that is a moment where he shouldn't be doing that, or you just think he really just wasn't even thinking about it?
Oh no, he knew it was my birthday because I knew the gift I did some snooping. I knew the gift that he was gonna get me.
Damn. What about you?
I know that he planned it because he got an argument with me for my high school graduation, got an argument with me before prom.
Oh, he
like,
was
he
setting it
does
up.
during like all the important events so I can remember it.
I mean, like I said, if we're drinking, this will be something where we could just dish on how.
Damn, y'all. I'm sorry, man. Dudes are inconsiderate like that, though. Do to leave you at the altar. Do crazy stuff.
You know
man.
what? In all honesty, I thank him for that because if it was like after my birthday, I might have like wallowed a little bit more. But as all you guys know, like I'm a birthday turn up queen. Like I celebrate like 6 weeks, a month, like. So
Yeah, her birthday's like 30 days long.
yeah, it's actually 90.
1 month.
So like I celebrate a lot. So it happened at the perfect time because I wasn't gonna allow him to destroy.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just like it was a great thing. And then after that, I actually got started working for iHeart.
There you go.
And so like I got booked and busy. So yeah.
Yeah, it was perfect because when he broke up with me right before my 21st birthday, I was legally able to drink and I went and turned up.
There you
in
go.
the clubs.
You're like, this is Zeda Zhang, y'all. Here I go.
What now?
What's up?
I can go out and drink.
I wish you would break up with me.
And then, so here's the thing. So I was listening to some interviews and stuff, and you spoke about how growing up you were experiencing like you just didn't feel confident as far as you didn't feel beautiful and
Yeah.
sort of stuff. Your Instagram's popping. So
On and popping. I was like, damn.
yeah.
All right.
So I wish we could.
77,000 or something like
I
that.
know we could cue that
me find
Christina
out.
Aguilera "You're Beautiful" song. But has your ex contacted you since?
No,
Or
I
he
think
just snooping?
Just,
Oh, he's creepy.
I think he just knows, like, I think he felt guilty because the thing is, after he broke up with me, he kind of pulled me along on a string for like another 5 years and had me thinking that we were going to end up together.
Oh no.
Yeah, and
sounds
then
like
I
a
find
dude
out
thing to do.
he's like calling me and every week telling me that he still loves me and stuff. And then I find out he's dating some other dude.
A whole
or
new
some
family.
other girl. Sorry.
Hold on, wait, hold on.
No,
Breaking news.
that's my other ex.
Yo, bro, I ain't gonna let it just come at you like that, bro. It's what a chick. No, listen, okay, it's one of those things. That's what we do, though. Like a man,
That's what we do.
Oh, listen, when I say we, I'm always talking about men as a man.
Okay,
Like,
all right.
I am far removed from that nonsense. So every now and then you gotta grow up, man. I'm 34 years old. Like men like to do that because they want to make sure you're like Zeda's still there. They want to make sure you're right in the
Yeah.
back pocket. Want to keep you right here on the hip, just in case this one new thing's not working out. So let me keep you real quick. Let me tell you a couple things. Let me whisper sweet nothings into your ear, just in case something falls by the wayside. And I'm like, yo, girl, what's up?
Yep.
That's why we string you along for 5 years.
5 years.
Just hoping. I'm just keep this because they don't want to see you with nobody else. Oh Lord, because if Zeta was some other dude, oh, they can't handle it. A guy can date
Yeah, but
50
then
girls.
Katie-
Oh, a guy can date 50 girls, but you can't date one guy because it's just how dare you.
Exactly.
So that's why he was doing that. That's why we are the worst. Out of y'all two, men and women, men are the worst.
Guys 101 with Evan T. Mac.
Oh yeah, y'all come out of me.
America's Chocolate
I'm one of those
Sweetheart.
guys that just let the bag out. All men hate me because I'm like, listen, you wrong. My dad's like, if you wrong, you wrong.
Well,
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
At least you honest.
Gotta keep it real, man. We are terrible, man. Had my days in my 20s, but here we are. You know
well,
what I mean?
F him, you look banging.
Yeah, for real.
So,
For real. Girl, let's move on, man. Let's move on.
that's why I said so. It was the trend. We was moving on. That's why I was like, so we moving on.
I'm getting back in the groove, girl. Getting back in the swing of things. Zeda Zhang.
Tell us about your experience with Mae Young. So you did the first season or last year. So tell us like how that all came about.
Man, that was so much fun, but it flew by. Like we were just training, and then out of nowhere, Sarah Mato, she pulls us aside. She's like, "You guys are gonna be in Mae Young."
Wow.
And I was like, "What? Okay." And then like nothing was spoken about it for probably like a month or something. So then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it was like the week of. They're like, we gotta go do everything that we gotta do for it. And it was just like rush all day. You're filming all day, you're promoting all day, you're doing shoots. And I didn't really get to enjoy it because it was literally just a blur. Like, I remember my music starts. I'm in the back and I'm walking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. This is about to start. And then all of a sudden, like, ding, ding, and it was over.
Wow.
And it wasn't even like when I was just about to get into it, I was like, oh man, it happened so fast. But overall, it was a great experience. It was mix of being excited, nervous, like being a part of history. It was, man, unbelievable. And it just made me want to keep going that much harder because it was such an awesome time up there. Oh, yeah, I really wanted to be in the second one, but of course.
Well, I mean, so here's the thing. So you were recently released from WWE. Did they tell you why, or was it one of those things like, well, just not at the time, you know, you're just not a right fit at the time or at that
They told me why, but talking to other people who've been released, the why that they tell you
Is not the
might
why.
not exactly be the why.
Interesting.
So all they said was, we know you work really hard, but unfortunately hard work isn't what gets you far in this industry. And
That's what they told you?
yeah. But
Okay. That's something they probably don't
Like
want.
all through life, that's all you hear.
I know. Okay.
I think it has to do with what it comes down to is really the market.
Absolutely.
Because when I got signed, I was actually supposed to get signed like June, July of 2017, but they brought me in like half a year early.
Okay.
Because they wanted me to come with the Chinese crew because they were trying to get into China at the time.
That's what I was.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
So, but because of the issues like overseas and I guess the politics with everything, it's hard to get in there. So, because of that,
What do you
They-
mean get in there as far as
in
gangs?
China,
Oh, really?
it's hard. Yeah.
Okay.
Because China has a lot of rules
Yes, they
and stuff
do.
like that, especially when it comes to another company from overseas trying to come
Yeah.
in and promote something such as fighting, even though, and also the president over there is more traditional Asian and he's very much about peace. Even though this is entertainment, they view wrestling back during like the Attitude Era.
Oh, okay.
So their idea is a little bit different. So it's kind of tough.
Yeah, they don't realize how much it has moved forward within like more kid friendly.
So
Exactly.
essentially, what they were trying to do is they were setting up to do like what they're having in Saudi Arabia in China,
Yeah.
and in order to do that or to make it look like they're inclusive, they want to have a whole bunch of
Yeah, that's why
like-minded individuals.
there's a
like
bunch
looking
of
individuals.
You know, I
yeah.
was going with that. But,
and there's a bunch of that's why you'll see like the new hires, it'll be in waves. But all of a sudden Chinese people is here, then the Indian people here, then the Saudi Arabian people. It's literally all in waves because of what the market needs, which makes sense because it's a big company
Right.
and it's all about making money. So that it has to do with market and timing, and they just don't see certain people on TV at this time. So they originally told me that I was going to be a part of the Chinese market. They were going to market me there. So when I first started, they had me on all the promos
Right.
to do all the things in Chinese. But then all of a sudden they said, oh, we're going to keep you in the U.S. market, which then I wasn't really out and about promoted at all because there's so many other people. And me not coming from a wrestling background, I have everyone who's been wrestling for like 10, 20 years up against.
Right.
So for me to stay in the U.S. market, even though it would be familiar for me to stay in the U.S., but as far as competing with the like 100 people in the PC, it's very tough, especially coming not from wrestling.
Which
So,
is
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
So were they trying to not only just have like a Saudi Arabia thing, but essentially what they have in the UK, like just have a whole market, like a
Yeah, so it's
okay.
basically they're expanding all over the world, and they want to have their market here, market there.
so like
and-
an Asian championship, whatever.
Yep.
yeah, because I'm starting to see you see in the pay per views, you know,
Yeah.
the commentating team
Yeah.
is getting bigger and bigger, and it's like more obscure, you know, like the German,
Yeah.
like Chinese, Japanese. It's getting like more and more, you know. So I can see what she's talking about.
So, but what I'm thinking of like just WWE now. Can you think of any
Non-wrestlers.
Asian?
There's only a few left.
Oh, Asuka.
Well,
She's
she's
Japanese.
Japanese. Like out of the Chinese people, there is only Xia Li for female because she is
Right.
the first Chinese female signed.
Right.
So she's gonna be there.
But this is what I'm thinking. Here's what I guess I'm thinking. When you're thinking of maybe I just break it down a little bit more, but when you're thinking of like black, I'm thinking, okay, well, you have like a chick who looks like she's black, and then you have a chick who's like, well, she might be mixed with something.
Or Disney Black.
Yo, that's when, and then And then when I think of like you have specific, then to some people it's just black, right?
Yeah.
It's like whatever. That's what I'm thinking. Is like when I'm thinking of like Asian, you have Asuka, but you have her. She's like this. I don't even know if this is a politically correct term, but she's not Asian American. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm thinking of, is there
like,
any
you're-
Asian Americans that,
Not in WWE.
Nope.
which is crazy.
Trust and believe
Yeah.
that. So like for them to say they
There's
don't got a
not-
spot for this year.
I'm actually I believe I'm the first Chinese American signed.
Oh, without
WWE,
question.
Or
Wow.
even in wrestling in general. I
Gotta
don't know
be.
any. Well, actually, no. I think someone. No, yeah, in
What's
WWE
Gail? What's
definitely.
Gail? She Korean.
She's Korean.
Yeah.
It's still mind blowing to me because you still want representation, but you want representation like America's supposed to be this melting pot. So even
Yeah.
though you understand where I'm going with this,
You
right?
know where I'm at.
Okay. All right.
We talk about this ad nauseum for other races.
So how did you take it when you heard the news? Were you
I was honestly shocked. I had no idea, and it came out of nowhere. I was actually told that it wasn't even like they have certain days where they release people, and that was not one of the release days. And the guy who was involved there during the release, he was like, "I didn't even know you were getting released till like an hour before." So it was literally a last minute decision, and I also know why, because of the budget cut, because that was right before the UK tour.
Wow.
And there was a week to 9-day vacation. So it financially it makes the most sense to have me released at that time.
so forget them. You're doing your own thing. You've been doing the indie circuit. What's the game plan now?
I am just wrestling all around, trying to figure out what I am in wrestling. Because the thing is, I know why they're so strict about everything, because they have a brand they have to promote. But the thing is, for me individually as a wrestler, I don't really have the freedom of what kind of character I want to be. I can't really test it out because they tell you when you wrestle and when you get to try things out. And they just tell you, be yourself. But the thing is, everything that makes me is my background, my modeling, singing, dancing, music, and MMA, and me just being Chinese in general, Chinese American. That's what I am.
Right.
But when I was there, I can't do the MMA thing because someone else has it.
Yeah,
Can't
Shayna.
do the singing thing. Someone else has it. Can't do the dancing thing because someone else has it. Can't do the modeling thing because someone else has it. So I'm left with nothing.
Right.
I can't be Chinese either. They told me that I wasn't allowed to be billed from China because it's not true. So, so because of that, I was left with this heart gimmick because
Right.
the only thing that was me that they told me to just be myself is like I didn't come from an athletic background. Like growing up, I was a shy art girl. I just stayed at home and drew, and I never did sports. I hated exercise. I would try and skip out on PE. Like that was how I was growing up. But it wasn't till later when I ended up falling in love with wrestling and martial arts was when I realized like, oh, let me do this. And I didn't even, so the funny thing is I watched wrestling as a kid, very young, before I even understood English.
Yeah, with your grandma.
Yeah, through my grandma. So
Grandma's
I
a
didn't know
bomb.
what I was watching, but I didn't know the difference. I thought it was the same as amateur wrestling. So I ended up going into martial arts, like amateur wrestling and MMA. And because of that, I fell in love with it, with sports, for the sake of wanting to learn the martial arts and the skill behind it. So that is what actually got me to, I'm just blanking right now. My bad. So that's basically what got me
Into wrestling
into wrestling.
and MMA and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
into everything like that. I'm trying to think where I'm going with this. So,
I'm sure you'll get it. You got time.
yeah, I'm trying to think where I'm going with this. Basically, that is what got me into it. So, you were asking.
So they have you have several things that make you who you are. And they stripped you through from all of those except for one.
So the point is, when I went to MMA, had never done sports before that, other than the sports I was forced to do in school. And after winning my first tournament in jiu-jitsu and also my MMA fights, it made me realize that it wasn't the skill that got me through, it was my willpower. Because when I had my first fight, I was literally just thrown in. I got tricked into my first fight. I only had a jiu-jitsu background, but even not that long, maybe like a year and a half or something. And then my coach, my MMA coach was like, you should do a fight, you should do a fight. And I was like, no. And then finally, one day I was trying to get him off my back. And he was just like, you know, there's a fight coming up in 3 weeks, which is no time to prepare for a fight. And he goes, yeah, just train really hard for 2 weeks. No pressure. If you don't really want to do it, you don't have to. You can back out anytime. So I was like, fine. And I told him I would do it. And so a week and a half into it, I'm just like thinking, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. And when I'm about to go tell him I want to back out, he tells me, oh, guess what? They wrote an article about you, about your fight that's coming up.
Oh, gosh.
So I was like, are you serious? Like, I can't back out now.
Oh, no.
And the girl who I was fighting, she's been training in like Krav Maga and stand-up stuff. And I only knew ground stuff. I didn't even know how to properly punch at the time. So my first fight, so embarrassing. It looked so sloppy. But to go against someone that is more experienced and at a higher weight class and win the whole time, like from standing, it just made me realize if you really want something bad enough that you can get it, you just have to have your heart be fully in it. So the little heart thing, it's the only thing that represents who I am. But as far as everything else about my character, it's not in there because I wasn't allowed to use it due to so many people being at the PC having a gimmick already.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's
because everything, even though people have those gimmicks, it's still you can still identify as that because you're different from a Shayna. Just on an appearance level, but you know, we don't work at WWE, so I guess we don't really know much.
So your MMA kind of got you through, like, you know, being bullied and things like that. It kind of, what would you say to a person that's being bullied that does not take that avenue of MMA? What would you say to that person that's trying to overcome that? Because it's a tough thing. It defines a lot of things about people and takes people's lives as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because I grew up with social anxiety, was really bad and was scared to be out in public even. I felt like people were staring at me. I would start sweating and stuff. It was bad. Yeah. And I really didn't get over it till I was probably 21, 22. So it wasn't that long ago. It was like most of my life where I felt not confident or nervous. But the thing is, it's knowing that whatever issue that you have or however people's treating you, if someone else can get over it and come out on the better end of it, like you can. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy.
Right.
It definitely wasn't easy. It took me I knew I had a problem since I was 12, like maybe even younger. I knew I had an issue. It was because of my social anxiety. It was also because me just not knowing English very well, me being shy was an easy target to get bullied.
Right.
And so because of that, and also I wasn't exactly the best looking person back in the day. So it's just knowing your flaws and trying to make it better. So whatever that you have, you just have to be realistic with yourself. Like, what is it that you can improve on? Because everyone has something they can improve on. Yeah. And if you just take the time to improve on each avenue, slowly you're going to build yourself to be better and better. And then slowly, in time, you're going to end up gaining the confidence because you took the time to make yourself better in each avenue. True. And it was really modeling and jiu-jitsu that got me over my hump of being scared and nervous and having no confidence and thinking that I can't do something. That word is not even in my vocabulary now. Yeah. Because I wanted to model as a kid, even though I knew I wasn't the best looking. I knew I had stage fright, but it was just wanting to do that just to prove to. I guess I'm kind of vengeful. Maybe that's why.
I mean,
Maybe
there's
I'm
stuff,
vengeful.
there's different stuff that drive people.
That's true.
And the good thing about it, it's like everybody's life is obviously not the same, and those things make up who you are.
Yeah.
Like, say if you were confident as a kid, then that might not have brought you to the opportunity at WWE.
That's very
And the thing with WWE too, that we've seen it time and time again, people leave. They go and develop their whole personality, their characteristics that everybody else in the world sees and loves, and then they bring them back. So I just kind of, I think too, they just didn't. We see this on the main roster. There's several people where it's like it seems like they don't know what they're doing with this person,
Yeah.
and it's just like this person's been around for like 10 years. So I think it gives you a really great opportunity. But also I saw the match that you had with Su Yung.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, I think it's the last Q. Tony, you might want to check that out. How did that all come about?
I got really lucky. I still keep in touch with people at WWE, and
smart.
they helped me, and they were the one that suggested for me to go on MLW, Major League Wrestling. And so they talked to the people for me, and then I got on and have an angle with Su Yung, just murdering people.
Wow, yeah, you should.
plays no games.
This entrance is kind of crazy. So now, so you've been doing some indie stuff. Is there any kind of? Do you want to just continue doing indies? Are you hoping to do Impact, ROH? What's kind of the game plan?
Well, I am doing a project overseas. I'm not allowed to really
Man,
talk
come
about
on,
it
man.
yet.
Come on, Zeda
How you gonna
Zhang.
come on the show and say you're not?
No,
not
man,
allowed to
trying to. They ain't listen.
See,
They don't listen. You gonna tell us?
She don't know the power. She don't know the power, Evan. Tell her what happens when people.
Listen, you speak stuff and it just happen. You be like, listen, when I walk out of here, I get $1 million. $1 million gonna hit you
Well,
in your
that
head.
hasn't happened. We've had people.
I'm trying to push it. I'm trying to push it. See,
Let's
see
bring
how
it a
far
little
we
bit
can go.
normal. We've had people on the show where they said they want to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And it's happened.
Well,
I'm
Don't
just
want
saying.
to get you in trouble though.
I mean, Johnny
definitely-
last week said he wanted to fly, so that's not happening.
See, people go too far. Like $1 million, I think that's too much too. But I want you to keep on the right. We're just giving you a hard time.
Yeah.
We would love you to tell us what's going on.
That was really creepy.
that was so creepy the way.
After the show, she's like, "Don't come on the show." He was very aggressive.
Just talk. Tell us what's up. What's up? No, for real.
I mean, I am definitely interested in Impact.
good.
Any type of major promotion, I am all about it. I want to go around, want to travel, want to have that experience of wrestling with different people from different places and just be able to develop on my own. The thing overseas, though, like I'm going to be out there for a month doing a project, and then I'm going to be back in working in New York.
So is there a wrestling project
What
or
kind
wrestling
of
project.
project we talking about?
It's kind of both. It's a wrestling
Modeling.
project, but it also is like a reality TV show on top of that.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah.
Look at you.
okay.
So
All right.
it's
I
that.
like that. We'll take
And
that.
they
We'll take
are-
that.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
Yeah, we'll
They
take
are
it.
collaborating with a major wrestling promotion
Well,
Okay.
in
look at
the
you.
U.S.
Living your best
But I can't
life
say
right
which
now,
one.
ain't you?
So,
I like it.
so there's
All right.
that going on
That
right
was
now.
the most you could. That was likes. That was way more than I thought.
Yeah,
you were
that's
gonna
a little something. We
Yeah,
appreciate
I
it.
appreciate you.
And then when it does happen, just tag us and we'll put it out there. That's how we
What's,
do.
what's
You're
your-
officially a friend of the show now.
Yeah.
what's your favorite city, country, continent, place to like wrestling that you remember?
I really had a great time in New York, actually.
Yeah.
New York is just, oh man, New York is such a nice place. And I actually thought about moving there because I like the city. I thought about moving to New
hella
York.
cold.
And, well, yeah, I don't
a
like
nice
I
city,
don't
though.
like
It
the
is a
cold.
nice city,
I
though.
like the
Yeah.
fact that there's stuff to do there. But actually, when I'm looking on my Instagram insights, most of my fans are in New York.
That's interesting.
So I wouldn't mind going up to New York, and I'm honestly, I just started traveling because my release was back in June.
Right.
And I didn't really start wrestling till July. So it's only been a couple months.
Seriously.
So I'm down to go anywhere, and if I'm able to fly overseas,
Yeah, where would you go though? Where would you want to go overseas and wrestle anywhere? If you can go anywhere.
Japan. Japan.
Yeah, it would be really good.
Yeah.
Now, do you see that people are now that you're doing these indies, do you think that the promoters are pigeonholing you into certain characters, or they're giving you a free for all?
It's been so nice. They've been super cool, pretty much giving me a free for all. They're just like, you do you, boo boo. I was like, all right, sweet, let me do that.
It's just so nice because it's like one of those things where you have, like, I mean, you could see it in movies and all this other stuff where it's just like you have, you know, they're this person, so they have to be this one person for the whole culture. And it's like, that's not the case. So it's just nice to see that they're just allowing you to be who you are.
Yeah, usually the only thing that they would say is, oh, you have to be babyface or you have to be heel today. Like, that's the only thing. But usually the promotions are consistent. If I'm heel, I'm going to be heel on that promotion the whole time. If I'm baby on this promotion the whole time. Yeah. So I get to make whatever I want to make for that character.
Right.
So I'm down for that. Unless it's like for TV, which like MLW, they gave me that idea. That was their idea on creative team of me and Sue Young, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with murdering people. But
Amen.
like,
Telling you.
I need to stop putting y'all business on live TV. Damn. But no, so like you slept in your car for like, was it 6 months or something like that?
almost. Yeah, actually out here in LA.
Yeah, so you know. So
I
you
mean,
know,
LA's the best place to sleep in your car.
No, I
though.
wouldn't go that far.
No, I'm just saying.
Hold on, listen, car people, they listen. You gotta sleep in the best place to sleep in your car, probably like Disney. That's where I sleep. Like right.
But Disney's in
right, exactly on the Disney property. LA is LA, man. Depends on where she was at. Where
Well,
were you
okay,
at?
well,
I was
yeah,
in
we're-
the bad part.
Oh, see what I'm saying, girl? Don't be spreading that. Listen, people, you want to be in a nice place. Thousand
No.
Oaks, Malibu,
Last time.
on the hill. But I wanted to say that, you know, the struggle. Would you change the struggle if somebody came down, was like, I can give you everything you want, without that struggle? What would you say?
No, definitely not.
Why is
I
it?
mean, I've met people who just
Have it all.
Yeah, for some reason I don't know what it is.
I mean, they
They
just
just
have it all.
have it all.
Yeah.
It's like even when it comes to like you know those kids in your school that just don't even have to study and get straight A's and
No
it
question.
pisses me off.
Like, what you study? I go, oh, yeah, I didn't study at all.
Yeah, and they get great grades. Like that was never the case for me.
Everything's coming to you hard, right?
It was always hard. It was always not easy, but I realized those people who had it easy all growing up, when they hit college, they end up failing out because they were not able to handle it because it just came too easy for them.
Right.
So, I mean, it sucks having to go through the grind.
Right.
At the same time, I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for that. Like, I would not take that back for anything. And with all the craziness that's happened in my life, like, there's so much stuff that I just never thought would happen. And I just feel like I lived 6, 7 lifetimes. Sometimes I think back to my life, I'm just like, did that really happen? Is that what I experienced? And it almost seems like it was someone else's life.
Yeah.
But because of that, that's the only reason why I'm here today. Like, I know damn well I would not be in WWE if it wasn't because of those experiences. If it
Those make
wasn't
you.
for the bad stuff that's happened, I wouldn't have gotten into MMA because I did it originally for self-defense. Because I almost got, like, killed or stabbed or, like, shot, like, so many times.
Do you see that? You hear that? It ain't that safe to sleep in your damn car.
I
You
didn't
know what
say
I'm
it
saying?
was-
She had to take up MMA to stay alive.
I didn't say it was safe, but I'm just saying, like, if you're another thing, if you're like homeless, like the best place to be is in Los Angeles. I see people
agree.
in Culver City,
Venice Beach,
coming
Venice
up
Boulevard.
along Beverly Hills, and they don't even have a box anymore. They have a full-on tent.
Yeah.
They have a whole, and if you go on Skid Row, they have tents with generators.
If anyone
Like they
can-
have a whole setup.
My-
I see this homeless guy with a moo with his cell phone every single day in the valley, just chilling.
And they're partying. Like, they're having a great
Yes.
I
time.
want y'all to understand something here.
I'm just saying.
I'm not have all that.
If you're gonna be like, I don't want to be like, if you're gonna be homeless, the best place to be homeless is in Los
Y'all
Angeles.
just taught me something
I
new
agree.
today.
I agree because
I tell you, this dude with the moo cracks me up. Like he looks completely dirty. I'm wondering where he charges his phone because every day I see him on the same corner,
I'll let your boy, I
crossing
guess.
the street, just chilling.
Living his best life.
Just chilling. It's
Just what you want me to say.
now,
Girl, listen.
now, who do you want? Okay, so let's kind of break it up in 3 segments. So from the NXT, let's say bring it all WWE.
Yeah.
Anybody from WWE, male or female, who would you love to have a match with?
Oscar.
Oscar. And then anybody in the indie scene,
Indie scene.
including Impact, ROH.
Everywhere.
Wow.
I would say Oh man, there's a few. I
You
would
can give us
say
like 3.
Yeah, you can name people.
Chelsea Green,
Oh, she's
That'd be
awesome.
dope.
Tessa Blanchard.
That'd be dope too.
Yeah, those, and I mean, there's a lot of great people out there, but those are probably the two that's on the indies that I can think of right now off the top of my head that's not already signed. So definitely those guys, I guess. Guys, I haven't really wrestled that many guys, but I would say Shane Strickland. I really enjoy his
Just had a
wrestling style.
birthday too.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, you on Twitch, right?
I am.
What's your Twitch tag?
Chopstick Queen.
For those nerds out there.
Chopstick Queen.
Nice.
Yes.
Keep it real racial.
Stereotypical.
Let's keep it real racial.
Sometimes,
Let's
yeah, but
Chopstick
it doesn't,
Queen.
it's not racial if the person saying it.
I guess that's the rule. What are you playing on Twitch right now?
I just downloaded the Fire Pro Wrestling game,
Word.
but I didn't really get to play it. I've been so busy. Like once I set up my Twitch and I've just been traveling. I've only streamed 2.5 times.
You gotta get these. I'm trying to get your stream though. You see what I'm trying to do here? I'm trying to put you on,
Are
brother.
you twitching too? Is it twitching? What is it?
I don't know what it's called.
Is it
my
twitching?
one man, you gotta come up with a Twitch, Evan.
Twitching.
I'm like, what's Twitch?
You would
First of
be really great on
all,
Twitch.
I'm a fool, but what? Wait,
You'd be great on Twitch.
You would be.
I was trying to put you over. But listen, holla at me. I'm gonna sign on my Twitch after the day. Now, what's your favorite game ever?
Well, it's been a while since I really
Of all
gamed,
time.
but my all-time favorite, only because it has a special place in my heart, is Mortal Kombat.
Which
Mortal
one
Kombat,
though?
the second one.
How much fire though?
The second one. That's the first video game I ever played in an arcade. The arcade was the first time I gamed.
So dope, too.
And I just fell in love with it. And I guess that's actually one of the reasons why I got interested in fighting and martial arts and anything related to it.
So are you a registered weapon?
No, I am
Or you have
not.
to be like a black belt to do that?
I think it depends on it. Yeah, you have to. I wouldn't say be a black belt per se.
Because it's actually on your license.
Yeah,
If you're a
pretty
certain
dope.
level,
I
you're
didn't know
actually a
that.
registered
That's
weapon.
pretty cool.
Apparently, if you're a registered weapon and you get arrested, then the police have to handcuff your feet and your hands.
Yep.
You don't got that kind of treatment yet?
Nope.
Oh yeah, shout out to Tony for that fatality. Oh snap! Oh okay. You walk into Starbucks and you can get anything you want. What do you get? But there's only you only get one thing, and that's it.
One thing. How
One
could
thing.
What is you with
get
the creepy
one
voice today?
It's my sickness. It's coming off pretty creepy because I'm still coming off my sickness. No, what could you get at a Starbucks since you love
Why
Starbucks?
would you only make me get one
Because
thing?
this is what we do. This is hypothetical.
Okay.
You can't just walk in and get whatever you want.
Save on that. Save on that. Think on that. Pause. Think on it. Marinate on it, and then we're gonna come back to that.
Yeah, I gotta think about this is huge. This is huge.
Anything else, Evan?
I think I'm running on fumes. I think this is it.
We're gonna do this thing called rapid hot tags, where I'm gonna hit you with a lot of questions.
All
If
right.
you say the first thing that comes to mind. So DJ Tony is gonna hit that music.
DJ.
Oh man, it's me ridiculous. Because the first thing that comes to my mind is always weird.
Oh boy, this is gonna be good then. Okay. Oh, there we go. Always early or always late.
Early.
Last person you text.
Myself.
If you were to
Yeah,
play
it was
one
weird.
video game for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
If you could pick one Starbucks thing,
See?
what would it be?
Go back to it.
Caramel Frappuccino, I guess.
There it is. Oh.
What is the one thing you love about yourself?
Willpower.
Dream dinner guest.
What is it?
Dream dinner guest.
Dream dinner guest.
Yeah, not bad, huh?
Do it have to be alive?
No.
Live or dead?
Michael Jackson.
Who would
dope.
play you in a movie?
Man, who would play me?
Michelle Yeoh.
I guess. Who would play me in a
Michelle
movie?
Yeoh.
All right, her.
You ever see Supercop? You want her to play you, trust me.
All right, cool. I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
Last show you binge watched.
Glow.
If you were a crayon, what color would you be?
Blue.
And if you were on death row, what would be your last meal?
Steak.
Is that all you would have is just steak?
big
Just
steak.
Bam, and that's it.
All right, see, that wasn't that bad.
That wasn't that
At the end. All right, so Tony, you're gonna hit that star of the week. Evan's gonna take us through it.
I'm gonna try. Listen, our women's wrestling star of the week is Shaw Guerrero, who you may remember from her stint at WWE, where she went under the ring name Raquel Diaz. She's the eldest daughter of wrestling legends Vicky Guerrero and the late Eddie Guerrero. Prior to joining WWE, Guerrero was a singer and a model while attending New Mexico State University. Fun fact, she is married to Aiden English, which I think is interesting, in 2016. Yeah. Very interesting. Guerrero signed to WWE in 2010 and left in 2014 and has been working as a commentator and host for independent promotions and just was recently announced that she'll be the new ring announcer for WOW. So that's pretty amazing. I love when like the offspring stays in the business.
Yeah.
I think it's very adorable.
And we're going to be at WOW, is it next week?
10th and 11th, so I think that's next week. Yeah,
yeah, so we're going to be at, so you guys are going to be at it. Let us know. Holla at us.
Holla at your boy.
So last week's poll question was, who do you want to see on our Women's Wrestling Weekly? I should be able to say this.
It's a tongue twister, man.
Yeah, it is.
From Lucha Underground. So we had beautiful Brenda, Chelsea Green, Katrina, and Melissa Santos. So Melissa went out with 39%. So we will work on that for you. I have some connections who have some connections. So we'll...
Yo, I stay trying to get TK for the hookup. I'm like, yo, TK, Survivor Series, hook it up.
Yeah,
WrestleMania,
I got you.
Hook it up.
WrestleMania, we'll work on that. But I was just working on a hookup for the Rams game.
Hook it up.
There's a boxing.
Oh, you got it
match.
like that?
Yeah, I mean...
Hook it up. No, yo, we on Spotify right now, man. You know we on Spotify?
Yes.
We on Spotify,
Yes.
man. I'm trying to go viral up in here. Listen, y'all know we got. Listen, yo, DJ Tony, just hit me. I'm like, yo, we on Spotify. Listen. And we produce after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows from drama, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder to serve television fans, but we need your help. We're asking you to subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, you'll suggest content that is tailor-made for you and help AfterBuzz continue to grow. You can get dope guests like this over here, TK Trinidad, your boy. And if you're worried about those pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for the channel and check out our other channels as well. Let us know you did in the comments and we'll shout you out, like my man Bosa, Star Drew, Johan Pena, and a partridge and a pear tree. Tony on fire right now.
I know, right?
Birthday boy DJ Tony yesterday. Yo,
Yeah.
how's your boy?
Boom. So this is actually a question from the chat.
Yeah.
So we have Trish Ban 11. She says, "Can Zeda stay heel forever?" I guess that's the question. She's amazing as a heel. So can you stay a heel as? Oh, there you go. There you have it. Done. Done and done. So this week's poll question is who are you most excited to see on the upcoming season of WOW? So these are friends of the show. You are now a friend of the show, but we have lots of friends of the show. We're currently in season 2 because that's how we do. We're the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. So we have Dagger, we have Lana Starr, Katrina, and Kira Hogan actually just signed on with them.
Ooh.
I was actually on social media last week and I saw her in LA. I'm like,
What's up?
what's up? Like, what
You know where we be.
yeah, how you be coming in the set, not letting us know? And she let me know, so I didn't say anything. So that's how I do. But she's gonna be at WOW next week, so I'm really excited for her. So I'm definitely excited to see her. But those are the options. We're gonna post it up on Twitter and on Instagram. You guys can hit us up with all that stuff. Let me just check the chat real quick. Let's see if they have any other questions.
Probably just talking amongst themselves.
Oh, were you surprised? This is from Bosa. So Bosa, he's a #1. He's like the fact checker for the show.
Yeah, he's like the de facto general manager
exactly.
of AfterBuzz.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey,
so
Bosa.
he asked, were you surprised at being asked to participate in the Mae Young Classic last year?
Yeah, I definitely, because I was still very new and I pretty much had no matches when they had asked me.
Wow.
And then last few minutes, I was like, all right, I need to go and get some live show experience.
Absolutely.
Just to somehow be prepared for it. But I don't think anything can prepare someone for that because it was just crazy. But it was nice to be a part of it.
I mean, it's definitely an experience, and the great thing, I think anybody who is in sports or in athletics or anything like that, you don't really get to enjoy it in the moment because you have the emotions, you have the preparation, you have all that stuff.
Yeah.
The amazing thing about the era that we're in now, it's all documented. It's not on that like grainy VHS BS. No. Like it's on, like you can get it on YouTube, like you're good. So I mean, and it's just one I think people who have a lot of ups and downs in their lives, it's just I always create to that. Oh, this is gonna just be a good chapter in my book. Like
I
that's all.
definitely see
That's
it
all.
like
I was like, you know what, this is.
Yep.
This is just gonna be a good chapter. Like we're good.
Yep.
So those experiences you can definitely chalk it up to that. Now, what are the events and stuff that people can find you at?
I think it's probably best that you find me on my Facebook because I post all my upcoming shows. It's gonna be facebook.com/the Zeda Zhang. Had to think about that for a second.
Chopstick queen.
Had to think about that for a second. But yeah, there's so many things going on. So that's probably the easiest thing. Or you could just follow me on my Instagram. I use that a lot. Zeda_Zhang. ZEDA_ZHANG. But I'm going to be overseas, like I said, and then I'm going to fly back in. I'm being at New York for Big Events Convention. So it's like a 3-day wrestling thing.
Dope.
And a bunch of things going on there. So I'll be there all 3 days.
You have your pillows there, or what's?
Yeah, I'm having my
I
pillows
seen the
there.
pillows. I was like, hold up, whoa. What's going on with them pillows?
What was all that?
That is
First
on
of all,
them. That is a pillow.
I was like, that pillow is provocative.
Oh my!
Y'all go grab that pillow for Zeda Zhang.
Okay, so if that pillow, if that picture was on a poster, it's okay though?
No, I'm not saying it's not okay.
Wait, how big? How big is this pillow?
It's like
It could be as big as you want.
it's very like huggable.
There, it starts like this
I
big
see this one
to
dude.
like this big.
Yeah, I see homeboy like clutching the pillow. I was like, I'll let your boy. He was happy as a clown.
Well, I mean, some people need
like,
happiness.
See,
Zeda Zhang pillow.
the pillow, I feel like it's more useful than a poster. What are you
That's
gonna
the
do with
picture
a
I was talking about
poster?
right there.
Wow.
That's the picture.
Okay.
Your boy happy as hell.
Wow. All right. We'll let Tony put up that poster. While Tony's put up that poster or that
You
pillow,
go, Tony.
I should say, where can people say your social media for
Lord
everybody?
have mercy.
Wow.
I said, who we having in the studio?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was a T-shirt, and then I said, no, that's a pillow.
That dude actually, like, I don't know if you remember when, like, the MMA pillows came out and it'd be like Nick Diaz's face or Conor McGregor's face.
Yeah.
It's the same dude that makes those pillows.
He
So-
makes. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. So I just.
I mean, he
I'm
looks happy
Yeah, he looks
now,
happy
and he
as a
looks
clown.
probably look happy
He clutched
that
that pillow
night.
tight.
Where can people find you? What's your social media again?
Zeda_Zhang for my Instagram. Twitter is the Zeda Zhang. Facebook /the Zeda Zhang.
And
Chopstick Queen.
America's chocolate sweetheart. I definitely appreciate you coming back.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm back. You
He
know?
sent me a text this morning. He's like, I'm sick, and I didn't read the full text because I never read the full thing, and I was already cussing you. And I'm like, let me open up this text message again. Because I was like, look, I was sick yesterday.
I didn't say I wasn't coming in.
So then I read everything, and he gave me the option, and it's like, okay, like, I know Tony's a real one. I know Evan's a real one. He gave me the option because I don't like six people.
Exactly.
I'm like,
You gotta
I was sick
understand.
yesterday.
I said, I'm
so-
sick. I can come in.
So much respect to America's Chocolate
baby, I'm
Sweetheart
here.
for
You know I'm here.
you know how we do. I
Evan
appreciate
T.
it.
Mac, man, Instagram and Twitter, man. Holla at your boy, man. I read all y'all's mail, hate mail, love mail, and different mail, and I'll be responding to y'all. I ain't on that level yet. If I get like 1 billion followers, I'ma still respond to all y'all, man.
All them, bro.
I don't know about all, like 5 or 6 a day or something like that. You know
We
what I
definitely
mean?
need those comments though. So definitely on Spotify. Definitely go on Spotify. We need those numbers. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'm working on getting some free stuff for y'all, and y'all don't know me. I get free stuff.
She do.
all the
I
time.
stay texting her, yo, TK, can you give me the one thing?
So I do.
got hookups.
Yeah, I do be working on those hookups. So I'm trying to get hookups on everybody that follows us. So definitely follow us on Instagram, WPW Weekly, on Twitter, WPW Weekly, on Instagram, Women's Wrestling Weekly. We have all our upcoming guests, all that good stuff as well. On YouTube, AfterBuzz TV, Wrestling and Sports. Definitely put those comments there. iTunes, put those comments there. We need those comments in order for me to get those free stuff for you. Trust me, it works.
trying to get y'all free stuff. I'm trying to get free stuff too. Can y'all help? Can y'all help a brother out?
I'm just saying, give us a thumbs up and all that stuff, but the comments are the most important part. Especially there's people who leave multiple comments. We read them all.
We do. We really do.
But comments are the most important part. Other than that, we definitely appreciate you guys for joining us.
Shout out to that Zeda Zhang pillow. Shout out to everybody in the hood back in PA. Shout out to Johan Payne.
I think America's Chocolate Sweetheart needs a pillow too.
Listen, man, I already gotta listen. I gotta have a conversation with wifey, but listen, we gonna bring one on.
I mean, she won't mind. It's we're bringing the money.
We gonna bring
I
one
got
into the
other
crib.
pillows coming. That's not that picture.
Okay.
Oh, I can only imagine. I saw your Instagram, so I don't know.
My couch needs new pillows anyway. What's
Oh
that?
boy.
Exactly. You use it.
So y'all, we
TK Trinidad.
we'll see you guys next week. You can find me on everything at TK Trinidad. We do have, like I said, because just how I do, we are booked all the way till mid-November. So we have guests every week. Other than that, we know there's a lot of different podcasts all over the place that you guys can watch, but you guys continue and stay watching us. Here's what I want you guys to do, is a little challenge. Not only that you go on Twitter and vote, also tell 5 friends about this show. Like I said, I'm trying to get free stuff for y'all.
Yeah, for real, like good stuff though, not
like good stuff,
not like a keychain or something.
Yeah, like shows.
You know what I mean?
So tell 5 friends about those. Tag them on the show. Tell them we're the bomb, because that's just how we do. We're the number one women's wrestling. We're the number one women's wrestling show on the planet. So they should be watching if they watch wrestling. That's it. Other than that, we will see you guys next week. Ciao.
From executive producers Kevin Undergaro, Maria Menounos, Phil Svitek, producer TK Trinidad, and me, Mark Donica, your voice of AfterBuzz TV Wrestling, we ask you to rate and comment on iTunes, subscribe to AfterBuzz Wrestling on YouTube, and find us on all social media. Thank you for watching Women's Pro Wrestling Weekly. See you next week.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.